Alright, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why training your chest is a fucking scam. Yeah, so International Bench Press Day or International Chest Day, whatever, it's a meme. Training chest is a literal meme. It is a joke. And they make whole legit memes, pictures, videos, whatever, make it a big deal that every Monday dudes go into the gym and it's International Bench Press Day. Because that's the day that everyone trains their chest and their upper body, chest and tries, or, if there may be an upper body, lower body split, they do upper body on Mondays, whatever it might be. But the fact of the matter is that actually specifically trying to train your chest is a fucking scam. It's a joke. It doesn't actually do anything to get you closer to what you probably are really wanting to do. See, guys think, oh, I want to have a bigger chest because they see that as being a symbol of power. But the fact of the matter is, so the reason that International Bench Press Day is a meme is the fact that everyone does it, but it doesn't actually do anything for you. Flat bench is one of the most useless exercises that you could possibly do. Using the barbell for a lot of guys who don't have proper technique is just murder on their fucking shoulders. Not to mention the fact that they don't realize what it is that they're training for. They want to throw up big numbers on bench because that's the classic, oh, how much you bench, bro? Because that's the judgment of strength. When in reality, there's so many more functional, appropriate, impressive judges of strength out there, whether it be like even a deadlift, or not that I'm a huge fan of guys testing it, but like a back squat or pull-ups. For the love of God, a weighted pull-up or pull-ups for reps, full range of motion, arms fully extended at the bottom, bar slamming into your nips at the top. Like, that is an impressive feat of strength, especially if you can do multiple reps, so you can do heavy ass weight with it. And if you want to test your pressing strength, how much can you actually press overhead? And even better, how much weight can you press overhead with one hand? See, the single arm kettlebell military press to me is a much better indicator of how strong someone is than just like a bench press. Bench press is the least functional of all the barbell exercises that you're going to do. And add the whole injury risk to it. When you got your elbows, your shoulders are in compromised positions, you got to have absolutely perfect technique in order to possibly do it properly. And even if you have any type of shoulder impingement or shoulder injury history, odds are it's going to blow up your shoulders more than it's going to blow up your pecs. Now, the reason that guys like to do the bench is because they want to have a nice big broad chest. But what they don't realize is that it's an aesthetic trick. When you bench press, you do tons and tons of chest work and pec flies and everything like that to try to blow up your chest to, make it bigger. There's a few things that are at play here. One, you're only going to impress dudes. Dudes are the only people that are truly impressed by big pecs. So if you want titties to impress dudes, then yes, please keep isolating your pecs every possible angle that you can, get the sick pump, do all of that. But if you want to have a powerful looking physique, understand that the aesthetic of it doesn't come from having a big chest, which bench press won't even blow up your chest how you want it to. If you want to have a big chest, you got to keep in mind that when they do EMG studies, bench press actually doesn't even activate the pecs at the highest level compared to other exercises. That's why all the guys that are doing bench press but want to have big pecs do a bunch of other isolation exercises to blow up their pecs. But what they forget is that when you overtrain a muscle, well, in its resting state, that muscle will contract as part of the recovery process. So what ends up happening is that your shoulders get pulled forward, which makes your pecs look bigger, sure, but it also makes them look more like titties. And it gives you terrible posture. The idea of having that big, broad, impressive chest is purely aesthetic. And the way that you do that is you have your shoulders pulled back and you want width. That's what that V taper comes into play. And in order to do that, you need a strong upper back. You need strong lats to pull and hold everything into place. So if you actually want to have an impressive physique, one that women will actually notice, not because you're a hunchback with some titties, but because you actually look powerful and athletic, you need to start training your upper back more, not the bench press. Meaning, start doing a lot of rows, start doing some pull-ups, start doing a lot of isometrics, holding in that position, pulling everything back, getting those shoulder blades used to crushing a soda can between them. We'll talk about that in the Q video. And working on building that strong, long posture, being able to stand tall. And if you just look at the visual demonstration of as you bench and everything gets pulled forward in here, well, it doesn't look all that impressive. But if you externally rotate and pull those shoulders back, now all of a sudden, that chest starts to resemble something a little bit more athletic and powerful. Another key to that is having sizable shoulders. You want to have some cannonball delts. And in order to do that, well, you gotta start pressing overhead. See, everyone is kind of close in the sense that if you want to have a strong, broad-looking, impressive, thick chest, yes, you do need to press along with row and pull-up, but it's not horizontal pressing, you need vertical pressing. You need to be sending heavy-ass weights over your head. Now, the barbell military press might get the job done somewhat, but in order to get proper articulation and maximal recruitment of the shoulder and really just good stability of your entire shoulder girdle, you want to be looking at something like a kettlebell or possibly a dumbbell. And the beauty of the kettlebell, and the reason why I recommend it so much, is that ergonomically, where the weight sits allows your hand to sit lower, so you get a full range of motion from the start, and it allows an easier centration and rotation through that shoulder capsule as you press overhead. So it allows you to stay in a safe position. You build your internal and your external rotation as you're pressing so that you're more stable as you go through movement, and you can load it to a heavier weight through a fuller range of motion at lower risk of injury compared to something like a barbell or a dumbbell or, God forbid, a flat bench. So the moral of the story is, if you want to have that impressive chest and you want to laugh at all the bench press bros come every Monday, instead of lining up and waiting for someone to give you a turn to blow your shoulders up, grab a heavy bell, press it overhead with good technique, and pair that up with some powerful pull-ups and some super strong rows. Do that across a couple months and watch as your posture improves, your chest actually looks bigger, your shoulders feel better, and you're that much stronger. We'll catch you around next time.